Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster. Okay. Is it real? Is it fake? All right. Let's talk about that. So, if you haven't heard by now, if you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen all over Twitter and everywhere that there is a supposed Oblivion remaster dropping tomorrow. It's currently Sunday, 4/20 at the time of this recording. And allegedly, according to leakers, this game is just like shadow dropping tomorrow. At the very least, this week. And when I caught word of this remaster, I mean, no one was more excited than me. All right. Oblivion, one of my like probably most played games throughout my life. It's my favorite game of all time. I played this game so much on my Xbox 360 back in the day. I played it to the point where I just had no more quests to do. And then I was like, all right, let's run it back. Let's do it all over again. Supposedly, this has been outsourced to a development company called Virtuos, which is where the leaks started. Apparently, on their website, there had been leaked images of side-by-side comparison screenshots of the original Oblivion and this alleged remaster. And the moment I saw these pictures, to quote Professor, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm hard as a rock." All right. So these were the images that had dropped. All right. There's this new cover, which is fire. This Picasso couldn't have come up with something more perfect. All right. These were the leaked images of the side-by-side comparisons. And it was just, I mean, it's just astounding. Now, I have heard from the leaked sources that this is being called an Oblivion remaster, but all the info has been saying that this is apparently, it's seeming more like a remake more so than a remaster, because it's not just the old game with better graphics. Apparently, mechanics have been reworked and reimagined. A lot of this stuff has been like remade basically kind of from the ground up. And it's apparently just like a new version of the game, like if Oblivion was released today. Now, the reason I'm talking about this today is because while I am so excited about this apparent, supposed, alleged Oblivion remaster, I kind of wanted to open up kind of a bit of a discussion with people about how this feels, because there's this Oblivion remaster, but if you haven't heard, for the past, I believe, almost 10 years now, there has been a team of passionate modders volunteer working on remaking the base game of Oblivion in the Skyrim creation engine known as Skyblivion. And I've been following this for quite a few years now. I first heard of this from watching Wilburger. Loved his videos. And so I've been following this project for about 4-ish years or so now. They're a team of modders that are recreating Oblivion from the ground up in the Skyrim engine. All right. They have remade all of the assets, done all the nav meshing and all that kind of stuff. That's why it's legal for them to release this product. Why Bethesda hasn't issued them a cease and desist is because Bethesda told them that, like, hey, you can't use any of our original assets, but if you recreate them yourselves, go for it. So they've been working tirelessly on that for almost 10 years now. Last year, they finally released a trailer with a release date year, and that year was that Skyblivion was set to release in 2025. Now, I have been staying so closely on the pulse of this project for the last year and a half or so, because they've been getting very, very close to finishing this product. Even last year, they were like, hey, we might actually have this ready by the end of the year, but obviously things happen, still in development. So it's kind of a hard thing to promise. So they had that, and it gained a lot of traction. It didn't really seem like Skyblivion, unless you were like following or like a deep Oblivion fan or Elder Scrolls fan. A lot of people didn't really know much about Skyblivion, but then they released this trailer and I believe it was shown during like an event, kind of like the Game Awards or something like that. I don't exactly remember, but there were then a lot of streamers caught wind of it because they had this trailer with the announcement that they was going to be releasing in 2025 last year, and I think the project just kind of blew up from there. A lot of people were expecting this thing, and there's a lot of excitement and a lot of hype for Sky Oblivion, myself included. I have been waiting tirelessly for a year for this thing to come out, and I'm so excited for it to finally be out sometime this year. And then just about week and a half ago, if that even, like a week ago, word broke out that there was this alleged Oblivion remaster just coming out from the shadows out of nowhere. No promo, no statements. Even Bethesda now, like Bethesda support has issued a statement. Someone was tweeting them. I saw it just yesterday, and they were like, "We have no official statement on an official Oblivion remaster. Sorry for any confusion." They didn't deny anything, but they're not saying that they have any official statement about it. So if Bethesda is actually officially affiliated with this remaster, or if it's just something that they outsource to another company and they're just going to be publishing it, to me, the thing that I wanted to kind of open up this discussion about is, to me, it does feel kind of scummy, coming from Bethesda, because they've known about Sky Oblivion for quite some time now, and all of last year, Sky Oblivion blew up, and my team was getting all sorts of hype and love for this project, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, earlier in the year, there Sky Oblivion. Well, first off, let me say Sky Oblivion, announces it's released. It's set to release in 2025. A lot of people excited about it. Then out of nowhere, earlier in the year, Sky Oblivion still has yet to come out yet. There are leaks of a Oblivion remaster that is shadow dropping by the end of the month. I had heard this, like I said, about a week ago, and I was excited, while at the same time, kind of like looking at it like, A, is this real? B, if it is, I'm kind of unsure how to feel about it. Am I still going to play it? Oh, hi, Fig. Am I still going to play the Oblivion remaster? Absolutely. If this Oblivion remaster is real and it does come out, am I still going to play Sky Oblivion? Absolutely, because these are two very different experiences, all right? And even the Sky Oblivion team has actually made a statement about it. So here we have the official statement from the Sky Oblivion Twitter account, and this was posted on all of their social medias. We've been following the buzz surrounding an official remaster of Oblivion. As dedicated Elder Scrolls fans, we are incredibly excited by this project and sincerely hope the information proves accurate. Obviously, because all of this is all speculation, it's all based off of leaks. There's a potential this thing could not even come out, and there's also the potential that even if this remaster does come out, there's a potential it could totally suck ass. There have been many instances where a game gets remastered and then the remaster has been outsourced to a different studio or company, and when it gets released, it is very poorly executed and very poorly received by fans and players. So that's a very real thing that I have also been keeping in the back of my mind, is that there is still a potential that this remaster may not even be that great. We have yet to see. But the glimpses we've seen look fantastic, and we eagerly anticipate the possibility of experiencing a modern, professionally developed return to Cyrodiil. Bethesda has always been supportive of community projects like ours. We don't see that changing anytime soon. This next part is the big thing why I think it's important for people to keep in mind of, not if it's you should play one or the other, but I think you should experience both, because, as they say here, as a PC mod, right, Sky Oblivion is strictly set to release exclusively for PC. It's not a thing that can happen on console. As a PC mod, a console release is impossible for us, so the remaster presents a wonderful opportunity for console players to re-experience Oblivion, something our project could never directly provide. And then they go on to talk about how they don't want, there's no need for there to be like a competition between Sky Oblivion and this official remaster. That's pretty much about it for that. So that's like one of the main things to think about when it comes to, this Oblivion remaster versus Sky Oblivion is that Sky Oblivion is going to be a different experience because it's just Oblivion recreated in the Skyrim engine, and this remaster is going to be something totally different. The other thing to think about, there's been no official statements or sources to say that this Oblivion remaster is going to have the all of the DLC, so that it's going to include a remastered Shivering Isles and such. I would like to think that the game will release with all DLC, because these days most remasters usually come as like a Game of the Year edition, so they usually come with all of the add-ons and DLC and such. Plus, you know, I love Oblivion, but the Shivering Isles is still probably the most goated DLC to ever come out for an Elder Scrolls game. Period. Becoming Shea Gorath, bro? Are you kidding me? Also, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that I think the Dark Brotherhood storyline in Oblivion is way, way better than Skyrim's, but that's a tale for another time, a different video. But like I said, there's been no official announcement or statement or anything in the leaks that would lead to the thought that the fact that the remaster will or will not have the Shivering Isles DLC, which is also another thing that Sky Oblivion will eventually have. They have worked tirelessly to bring you the base game and all of the main quests from that, recreated in the Skyrim engine, but it also they won't have the Shivering Isles from the start. So once the game comes out, they have said that they will start development on the recreating the Shivering Isles. So that's another thing to think about, is that Sky Oblivion is going to be an exclusive PC experience for the base game of Oblivion, and this Oblivion remaster offers a chance for console players to re-experience the game in a more modern setting. So I don't know, just something I kind of wanted to talk about and discuss at least a little bit. You know, really excited for both of these releases. I'm gonna experience both of them, and I just wanted to get your guys' opinions. You know, how do you guys feel about it? Are you guys excited for this supposed remaster? Are you more excited for the remaster? Or are you more excited for Sky Oblivion? Are you gonna like one more or the other? Your thoughts on each, and is it kind of a scummy move on Bethesda's part to, you know, greenlight this remaster and have it launch the same year as this very, very popular fan project for Oblivion, if not the most hyped up, most loved and endorsed mod project or fan project for Oblivion. So just something I wanted to discuss. Let me know your guys' thoughts. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to their channel, you know, all that good stuff. You can catch me live. I think at this point I'm coming up with a stream schedule. I should be live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday is what I'm aiming for. Maybe some additional days in between, depending on how my work schedule and stuff pans out. Be sure to follow me on all socials and on like Twitch and all that. It's kobedotexe on everything. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'm even on Kick now. So go follow and check out the streams there, whatever you prefer. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Take care of yourselves. Look out for each other. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.